Once you pass the Mongolian wild horses, be on the lookout for the largest wild cattle on earth. They are known as gaurs, and as you soon see, these animals are impressive. Because their size and weight, sometimes they're referred to as Asian bison. Look towards the fence line, you're going to see that's where they are. And the male gaur can tip the scales at 2,000 pounds and weigh as much as a small car. 10 feet long and 6 feet tall. So as we approach our gaurs, here's a fun fact about these animals for the ladies on tour. Ladies, you're going to appreciate this about the gaurs. Did you know that the gaurs are a matriarchal community? Females are in charge of the herd. And you notice that we have quite a large number of gaurs, but please don't ask me how many gaurs we have here. I have no idea, because I forgot to break my calculator. Now, is this working? Wow, tough job. Guess I won't be quitting my day job anytime soon. But if you folks are interested and you want to learn what goes on behind the scenes and care for these animals here, you might want to check out season 3 of the TV show Squirrel. Season 3 of the TV show The Zoo on Animal Planet. So once we pass our guards, you folks may notice quite a bit of noise coming directly behind you. If you take a quick peek, that is traffic coming from the Bronx River Parkway. Yes, the Bronx Zoo does sit in the heart of a concrete jungle, and that's why this wooden fence had to be erected to minimize the noise coming from the Bronx River Parkway. Very important, because the next animal you're about to see is extremely solitary, with stripes that provide near perfect camouflage. So perfect that at times even trained wildlife experts in the field have difficulty spotting them in the wild. Folks, be on the lookout for a beautiful, majestic, fully grown male Siberian tiger. His name is Anakin, not Skywalker, just Anakin. Hey Anakin, where you hiding, buddy? Anakin, where you hiding, buddy? He's here. Oh, you're playing hide and seek with me, aren't you? Anakin, where you hiding, buddy? He's here. He's just hiding again. Oh, you guys saw him before I did. Is that him? No. No, that's not him. Oh, no. Yeah, that's how well these animals can camouflage themselves. Yeah, that's how well these animals can camouflage. He's here. You could be in here, literally on top of him, and you won't see him until he's ready to pounce you. So I apologize. This is the nature of zoos. Unfortunately, we're at the mercy of these animals. Anakin probably taking a nap behind one of these large bushes, but he's here. But again, that's how well these animals camouflage themselves. One question we always asked here is, do we have any more tigers? Why is it there's only one tiger on exhibit? Yes, we do have more tigers. Unlike lions that are social animals, tigers are extremely solitary, so that's why we only have one tiger on exhibit. If you didn't get a chance to see Anakin here, just head over to Tiger Mountain, and you're going to see more about tigers here. A fun fact about tigers, though, do you guys know why tigers make good marriage mates? Because they're not cheaters. Come on, that was good. You know how hard I worked on these jokes? But anyway, this is where our deer and antelopes migrate to during the afternoon hours, early afternoon hours by the fence line. You're going to see the Barasingha deer. Sometimes these animals are referred to as swamp deer because they're found primarily in the marshlands of India. If you see a spotted deer, these are the axis deer, one of the first animals introduced to the Bronx Zoo back in 1899. They're native to India and Sri Lanka. And then again, finally by the fence line, you're going to see more of the Barasingha deer. If you look straight down, you may see all these sticks lying on the ground. That is the plumage of the male peacock. Once the mating season is over, the males lose that beautiful plumage. So you can pretty much say that the guys let themselves go once they get the ladies. By the way, the peafowl here, they have no natural predators, so their population has exploded. They have it really good here. However, did you know that several years ago, one of the peacocks escaped the Bronx Zoo? He went into the city. We brought him back, but he hasn't been the same since. He's on medication now. Once you guys see these bamboo shoots, be on the lookout for a small pig-like animal known as a babirusa, which means pig in the Malay language. I like to keep things simple, so just think of Pumbaa from the Lion King. Again, once you get to the bamboo shoots, look straight down. And then you're going to see two more right by the base of the tree. Whatever you do, please do not call him a pig. Call him Mr. Pig. But no worries if you have a hard time spotting a babarusas. Trust me, this next land animal you will not miss. You don't even need binoculars. Everyone look to your right. Say hello to the one and only, our Asian elephant. Her name is Patty. Hey Patty, what's going on, sweetheart? Want to give Uncle a hug? Come on. Give Uncle a hug. Don't ignore me, Patty. Patty's an Asian elephant, which means she's a bit smaller than her African cousin. Bear in mind that small is relative when it comes to elephants. Asian elephant can weigh over 10,000 pounds. As you can see, Patty's a big girl and she's got a good appetite. She can eat up to 200 pounds of vegetation a day, as well as drink 60 gallons of water a day. By the way, elephants are extremely intelligent animals. Patty has such a good relationship with her keepers that she's able to make choices for herself. Sometimes Patty prefers to stay indoors, sometimes she prefers to stay outdoors. It is entirely up to her. We would have it no other way. And she is well taken care of here. Patty's involved in her own health care. She gets daily baths as well as pedicures. So yeah, she's well taken care of here. And obviously a unique feature of elephants that really make them stand out from other mammals are their trunks. The human body has roughly 600 muscles, to give or take a few. Trunk of an elephant, just the trunk alone, has over 40,000 muscles. So to kind of give you an idea what that trunk is capable of, Patty can use that trunk to break off tree limbs, lift heavy objects, but versatile enough to pick up something as delicate as a blade of grass. Once we pass Patty and we pass this thick, bushy area, we'll be circling around, approaching a clearing. Be on the lookout for the second largest land mammal. You'll see her directly below in her mud pit, our Asian rhino. A common misconception about rhinos is that they're armor plated or bulletproof, which is the furthest thing from the truth. Rhino skins are very delicate, very sensitive, and very thin, and they'll fold over each other, which creates that illusion of armor plating. Our rhinos will typically spend the whole day in that mud pit. Mud provides a natural insulation against insect bites and sunburn, so again, that's how sensitive the skins are. We have another rhino. Her name is Penny. And her skin is so sensitive that our zookeepers have to apply special sunscreen to her face. Usually during the hot summer months of July and August, our keepers won't even take her out. Once we pass our rhinos, we'll be approaching two large areas. This is the first one. Here we have quite a large number of deer and antelopes. Again, Asia is the continent with the largest number of deer species. It's also known for its deer diversity. So we try to reflect that here in our tour. If they're not in this first meadow, we're going to circle around. Usually they congregate in the second meadow. Again, we have a large herd. We give them a lot of room, so sometimes they may be spread out. If I see any, I'll just point them out to you. Folks, look all the way in the back by the fence line. All the way in the back, you're going to see a small deer. That is a hog deer. The hog deer, they get their names because they're short and stout like a hog. Just like a hog, these small deer, they prefer to creep under things, crawl under things, duck under things, rather than leaping over things as most deer do. And you're going to see two fallen logs directly below you. Once you get to these two fallen logs, look straight ahead. You're going to see a very large animal all the way in the back. That is a nilgai antelope. Nilgai means blue bull in the Hindi language because the males have a bluish grayish tint to their coat. Entire herd that we have here, they're all females. We don't have any males. And then finally, you're going to see a medium-sized deer grazing by themselves. That is a Formosa Sika deer. They're native to the island of Taiwan, formerly known as Formosa. Overhunting and habitat loss eliminated the last wild birds of these animals back in the 70s. So at this point, you'll only see them in zoos and national parks. Now, once we pass our deer, we're going to be circling around and crossing the Bronx River for the second time. However, at an elevation of 35 feet, this will be the highest point of our tour. You might want to get your cameras ready because at this elevation provides a spectacular view of the Bronx River. So again, you might want to take a picture. And once we get to the Bronx River, if you look straight ahead, you see a bridge. That's where we started our tour. Once we cross the Bronx River, this next rocky environment that we're approaching is a perfect habitat for our next species of wild goats. If you guys see a large goat with horns in the shape of a corkscrew, these are markhors. They're the national animal of Pakistan, largest wild on earth. Guys, look straight ahead. Once you cross the Bronx River, you're going to see two markhors on top of those tree stumps. And then look towards your right, you're going to see the alpha male on top of the boulder surveying his kingdom. What's up, big fella? What you doing, huh? I see you. What's up, big fella? By the way, folks, those two markers that you see on top of the tree stumps, those two markers all the way on the tree stumps, their names are Billy, the other one is Vanilli. No, just kidding. Their names aren't Billy Vanilli. And no one understood that joke, but that's okay. Take pictures, folks, because these animals are amazing climbers and jumpers. From a standing position, they can jump 6 to 8 feet. So if you wanted to study these animals in a natural environment, be prepared to do some serious rock climbing. Look on top of that tree stump. You're going to see another one.
¿Cómo llega allá arriba? Nicolás, ¿cómo llega allá arriba?
Straight ahead.
Ah.
And then look again towards your right, straight ahead, you're going to see another one on top of that tree stump. Interestingly enough, markhor is taken from the Persian word snake eater. They get their names because of the shape of their horns, but also because there's a myth that these animals actively hunted and killed snakes. And the reason why their horns are shaped that way is because snakes got entrapped in their horns. Again, total myth. Now, once we pass our markhors, we're nearing the end of our tour. However, we will be making a brief stop, so please remain seated. In the meantime, this will give you folks a good opportunity to check your surroundings. Please make sure to take all your valuables with you, including your keys, your wallets, your cell phones, and your children. If you leave behind your children, we'll just ship them to another zoo. Again, folks, we're going to be making a momentary stop. This does not end our tour. There's a manual car directly in front of this one. It's being loaded with passengers. Once that one leaves the platform and their tour begins, we'll be approaching our final stop.
Vamos a, ¿cómo que se llama? Al Congo.
And thank you for your patience. We'll now be approaching our final stop. Remain seated until the monorail car comes to a complete stop and the doors are open. Passengers in the last two cars, you'll be exiting towards your left. Everyone else, you'll be exiting towards your right. And as you do so, please watch your step. And if you're visiting the Bronx Zoo for the first time, it can seem a bit overwhelming. The Bronx Zoo is the largest metropolitan zoo in the United States. It covers 265 acres. However, some attractions you might want to include. Once you exit the Wild Asia monorail, on the left you see Jungle World. If you haven't done Jungle World, don't skip it. And if you're planning on staying here till closing time, making a family day, don't forget that at 3 o'clock we'll be feeding our sea lions and at 3:30 our penguins. Just check your Bronx Zoo map for the location. If you don't have a map, no worries. Just ask any of the employees here. We'd be more than happy to give you directions. So on behalf of the Wild Asia Monorail and Bronx Zoo, we'd like to thank you for joining us on tour. Again, my name is Louis. It was a pleasure being your guide and driver. Please enjoy the rest of your day here and visit us again soon at the world famous and beautiful Bronx Zoo. You're welcome. Have a good one, guys. Hey, when it's really warm like this, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
¿Por qué? ¿Para dónde, por dónde queda el Congo de aquí?
De hecho, no sé.
Okay. Vamos al que está aquí nomás, al jungle, no sé qué.
¿Y vamos a ir al jungle?
Sí.
Okay.
¿Ya tiene usted la cosa ahí, o? Y nada. Okay.
There was no line. We walked right on. I never saw that before. Even on the president, you still had to wait one.
Calor está haciendo, wow. ¿Me quieres ayudar? Y cerrar tu bolsita, mira, tu bolsita.
No, dejar hacer. Finally, right? Yeah. We got lucky with that time.